Hi everyone. Initially, this was supposed to be me giving you a few short reviews of the books I read recently while I took out the kernels, but I don't know what I was talking about here. Clearly, I can't multitask, so I'm voicing over this. Here are some short reviews of all the books I read in September and October. Okay, so the first book I finished was Immortal Longings by Chloe Gong. Overall, I thought this was okay. Despite the survival competition going on, I was kind of bored for the first half of the story. I think this was mostly because I just didn't connect with any of the characters and I wasn't really worried for them. It wasn't until the end that it became interesting and the cliffhanger hooked me in enough to continue with the series. The next book I read was The Neighbor Favor by Christina Forrest, and I loved this. I think it's one of my favorite books of the year. I love the characters, they had great chemistry together, and following the individual growth as they confronted their problems also added to the story for me. It was cute, it was fun, and I loved it. And the next book I finished was Daughter of the Cyan Queen by Trisha Levenseller, which is the sequel to Daughter of the Pirate King. And I just love this edition. I love those edges, they're beautiful. This was a fun read. I did have a few issues with it that kept me from it being a 5 star, like how the male lead had his childhood drama, but it felt like he just got over it really quickly. It's definitely one of the stories where you kind of have to gloss over things, but ultimately, this was a fun pirate book and I had a good time. I also read The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy by Megan Bannon. This was a reread for me, and I read this in preparation for The Undermining of Twila and Frank. And I love this book just as much as I did the first time around. I liked Heart and Mercy together, but what really did it for me was their relationship with the other characters in the story. For example, Mercy and her family, and Heart with his apprentice. Oh, and I absolutely recommend the audiobook for this one. I think it really does capture the banter between the characters. And I am glad that I did reread this because I forgot that you get little snippets of Twila and Frank in this first book. So that was fun to see. The last book I'm including here is The Spice Road by Maya Ibrahim. I hope I said that right. I actually haven't finished this one yet, but I think at this point I'm just going to DNF it, which is a shame because I was really enjoying it in the beginning. The writing was really good and I was really enjoying the world building, but I'm just not enjoying these characters. One of my biggest issues is that the book spent the first couple of chapters convincing us that the female lead is this great fighter, and to the point that she's made a name for herself. For the rest of the book, she just really doesn't do much. And also, they really want me to believe that her sister was able to secretly follow them on her own through this really dangerous area when she has no formal training. I don't know. I just think that at this point I should just give up. And that's it. Those are all the books I've read recently. And I finished getting all of my kernels out. So this is actually popcorn. So I'm gonna go ahead and make some now. Bye bye.